Good day. My presentation is all about augmented reality. So, the first thing is, what is augmented reality? Augmented reality, abbreviated as AR, is a technology that expands our physical world by adding layers of digital information on it. In other words, augmented reality involves overlaying visual, auditory, or other sensory information. In our daily life, example have seen are the filter of Snapchat and Instagram, all form and aspects of AR. We're moving on to the goal of augmented reality. As AR adds virtual generated objects, audio, and other enhancements to a real world environment in real time. So, augmented reality goal is the user can tell the difference between the real world and virtual data is superimposing it. Next, we're moving on to how augmented reality works. Basic idea is to take a picture of the real world, process and data stream, create an overlay containing wanted data in supposed places, combine it with initial image, and show it to the users. Basically, augmented reality works by adding digital content to a real life. And there are four general parts of an AR. First, a sensor. Sensor is a device that detects the change in the environment and responds to some output on the other system. Second, input devices. An input devices is a piece of equipment used to provide data and control signals to information processing system such as a computer or information appliance. Third, processor. The logic circuitry that responds to and processes the basic instructions that drive a computer. Fourth, display is an output device for presentation of information in visual or tactile form. When the input information that is supplied has an electrical signal, the display is called an electronic display. We're moving on to the display devices. Head-mounted display is a set of goggles or a helmet with a tiny monitors or front of each eye that generates images seen by our head. Eyeglasses is an eyewear that employs camera to intercept the real view. Contact lenses. They contain the elements for display embedded into the lens, including LEDs and antenna for wireless communication. Virtual retinal display. A personal display device on which a display is scanned directly into the retina of a viewer's eyes. Handheld. It employs a small display that fits in a user's hand. Spatial. Spatial augmented reality augments real world without the use of special objects, without the use of special devices. It makes use of digital projectors to display graphical information onto physical objects. Next, we're moving on trends in augmented reality. Past trends. 1960, Hal Frank mentioned the idea of an electronic display. Hal Frank was an American architect, designer, writer, and educator. He designed more than 1,000 structures over a creative period of 70 years. Believe in designing harmony with humanity and the environment, a philosophy he called organic architecture. The philosophy was exemplified in Falling Water, which has been called the best all-time work of an American architecture. 1957. Morton Hillig invented Sensaroma. Hillig had created the Sensaroma out of desire to build the cinema of the future, but the 3D cinema required 3D films, which were not easy to come by in the late 1950s. 1968. Ivan Sutherland invented head-mounted display. In the original paper describing the device, Sutherland explained that his goal was to surround the user with three-dimensional information, an image that must change in exactly the way that the image of a real-world object would when the observer moves their head. 1975. Myron Kruger developed first virtual reality world. Myron Kruger is an American computer artist who developed early interactive works. He also considered to be the one of the first generation virtual reality and augmented reality researchers. 1980. Stephen Mann creates the first wearable computer. A wearable computer is any small technological device capable of storing and processing data that can be worn on the body. Next, present trend. Augmented reality close relationship with artificial intelligence. AR in terms of teaching and education. AR connection with VR. AR overtaking automobile industry. And to the future scope, mobile AR is the show topper. AR offering a natural experience, and AR welcome extended reality, which is XR. Next, we're moving on to the advantage of augmented reality. In improved information, the consumer can retrieve valuable information about characteristics, its uses, availability, and more. Easy visualization. The consumer user can modify its characteristics and observes it under all scans and visualize objects and personalized contexts. Unique user experiences. It provides the opportunity for consumers to make well-informed buying decisions anywhere and anytime. Improve brand awareness and image. A company or brand that chooses augmented reality application still has the upper hand into their business. Consumer differentiation. Augmented reality apps have been emerged as a new way to reach more audience, to differentiate the business from the competition, and above all, introduce and communicate a new service. Next, we're moving on to the disadvantage of augmented reality. Privacy. Since AR is a collection of different types of data, so there is an issue of privacy and security. As the application developed from AR is mostly been hacked, it carries more risk. Less market visibility. Its only existing market is mobile. It had been unable to expand the market, and only a handful of companies are introducing devices. expensive and requirements, not affordable to be used in everyday life, and it's less consumer friendly, having high maintenance costs, health, and injuries. It keeps users captivated on a game continuously for several hours. Minimal physical movements may lead to an issue regarding obesity, eye problems, etc. Fake reality. Developers of AR application usually spend much time getting engaged in it that they actually fail to distinguish between virtual and real worlds. We're moving on to applications of augmented reality. First, medical. As technology proves, augmented reality has its of potential to impact medicine. The handheld devices uses a laser-based technology to see through your skin onto your veins. It's intended to make it easier for the doctors, nurses, or others to find a vein to draw blood in place. Second, entertainment. As an augmented reality game, Pokemon Go overlays virtual elements on the real world, with players visiting parks and landmarks to get Pokemon items. Education. With AR, classroom education can be extraordinarily more interactive, as AR can enable teachers to show virtual examples of concepts and add gaming elements to provide textbook material support. This will enable students to learn faster and memorize information. Retail. Retailers will enable users to see and interact with the product's specific features so they come closer replicating the physical shopping experience to increase conversion and reduce returns. Military. In military use, the headset is called the Integrated Visual Augmentation System. It combines a computer, an array of sensors, and a wide lens with internal display to produce, share, and enhance information to the person wearing it. Marketing is an emerging trend in marketing and sales strategies. It allows brands to give customers unique experiences with the convenience of tapping into their mobile devices. AR gives you another tool when it comes to driving sales, enhancing brand value through mobile devices. Navigation. Anyone getting to the Tesla vehicle or who uses navigation devices such as Sidekick will know that augmented reality has been incorporated for some time as part of navigation aids. In fact, it's not just this company but increasingly in the automotive and other sectors, augmented reality and computer vision have become critical to enhance movement in given spaces. And that's all. Thank you.